What's going on? Today we are building, what is Trey doing?
Influencer
Trey. But yeah, I got this thing. Specialized Tarmac SL7 S-Works. The reason I'm building this is because I keep going on rides with Jimmy. He's holding the camera right now. He's attacking me, and I'm just on a gravel bike or a mountain bike, and he's got this Madone, and I'm just like, Jimmy, like, slow down. But to combat Jimmy, I'm building the most crit boy bike I can probably ever build. Zip NSW 454 wheels. This is gonna be fun. 5441. I'll explain this whenever we get to it, but this isn't just random. I've actually thought about the gear ratio. But yeah, SRAM red. A lot of these parts are used. I think this was on a gravel bike at one point, but it's still fine. Makes a cool noise. We were just doing some calculus on the stem height. We're gonna go with 25 mil spacer. Kind of went off the Madone I used to have, but I think that's gonna look cool. We got the Sprint Boy with the aero bar, full zip kind of cockpit, and let's give this fork a cut. I'm guessing that'll be good. We're like a whole production company today, which is kind of crazy. A lot of camera crew stuff going on. Cutting forks is like one of my favorite things to do because it's so permanent and like it's just like what it is. Like there's nothing you can change about it. Oh no. And then I got my favorite tool. Honestly, like this shouldn't be that hard of a bike to build. I don't think. It's all pretty easy to figure out. Oh no, oh no. What do we do? Big disaster, actually. As I was saying, it was easy. We had a catastrophe. Hopefully my hoses are long enough. These came off of a gravel bike, so I'm assuming it will be. Yeah, it's fine. Oh.
Dang. So many disasters.
Disaster. Bolt that on. SRAM red brakes in it, and I love this frame because like this, I love like having the frame kind of tie into the rest of the parts. So like all the silver SRAM red parts matching like the S-Works logo. Like I think that's just gonna be freaking amazing looking. It already is amazing looking. Up through the top, down there. Like, I've never built a Tarmac before, so I honestly, it's got some instructions printed on it. R2 align stem clamp. This piece is meant to point backwards so that the stem clamp grabs correctly or it compresses this expander plug. But now we got to get the brake hose through this slot in the fork. And then you're supposed to tape this to the fork, which is interesting. I wonder why. We're gonna do it, but I don't know why you would need to do that. Hopefully that's enough. You think that'll be long enough?
I think so.
I think it'll be long enough too. Trey said to tape it as close as I can. So we're gonna, yep. Following the instructions today, it's kind of different for us, actually.
You're doing it.
We're doing it right. We're doing it right for once, guys. Jimmy literally relentlessly attacks me on our rides. He's like, hey man, you wanna go ride in the morning? And then I'm just like getting smoked. It's just so mean. There's no reason for him to treat me like that. And now I'm gonna have a bike that can compete with him. So far, this has been really chill. Put this through to there. Bits and bobs here, so I might have to get Trey again. Trey knows a little bit more about this bike than I do. We got to figure out where a line slot here. Does that mean this slot? Yeah, it probably does. I think that's what that means. I'm gonna interpret it my own way. Do you see the little like hole in that?
Yeah, I still feel like you're doing it by the book.
The book, yeah. We read the book. If you guys don't know this, I don't really read that well. Okay, so which way are these hoses going? Is this the front hose?
I'm just holding the fork.
That's an important job. Normally I have one of the boys do it, but you're here. This is wanting to rotate really badly, which doesn't really make sense to me because we taped it on. Does it even go through that slot? No, it doesn't. Okay. The front brake actually goes through the middle one, which does make sense. And we gotta align the slot here. We're gonna push this out, push this in. Dang it. Should I get it? Yeah. All right. Feel. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. So then, I don't know if it's gonna be long enough. Oh no. So this one is for the front brake. This one's for the rear brake, and we put the rear brake on this side. So we need to change it. It needs to come out this side. Does that cross underneath there? Like if I do this? Oh man, okay. So that's the front. How is the rear supposed to come out of there? Oh, I see. It crosses on the outside, so it'll cross underneath the stem. So we do need to redo this.
Hey Gavin, come here real quick.
What? Okay, so we consulted Gavin on like how to route this, and we got it figured out. I should have showed everybody before we did this. We have the hoses running. This is the rear hose, this is the front hose. Front goes this way, rear goes this way. This piece, then do you see these two slots? There's two little plastic pieces that go right into those slots. And find the slots. Did I get it? I think I got it. Definitely got it. Okay. So that's all aligned, and that's what it is. So we're like really cooking. I feel like that was the most complicated part of the build. I was gonna say I had the boys clean up the desk, and I was like, oh no, they're like zip specific top cap. I was like, oh no, they misplaced that. Sick. Yeah, that looks cool. I was worried that this would be like weird, but it actually doesn't look weird at all. Got the hoses through. They're like cut to the perfect length already. I wonder why.
Science.
The new cockpits are not available yet, and Specialized doesn't have any Aerofly bars available either. So I don't think this would have looked bad, but I just really care about like having it all matched. And since we're gonna do zip wheels, I also wanted to do like the cockpit and everything else to be zipped too. I love this handlebar, and I just think this is like one of the coolest stems ever made. I'm a pretty physical guy on a bike, so I do appreciate the stiffness of that stem. But most of all, I think it's just like a looks thing. I like the aesthetic of it. An explanation as to why we're not using the Tarmac stem. There's nothing wrong with the Tarmac stem, and it does look cool. Maybe I'll switch it out to be one of the cockpit things in the future, but for now, looking good. Get some grease on here. Oh, Chase got a new full jewelry.
I have my normal jumpsuit on under this, and I am officially wearing 3 shades of green.
Oh, those are the pants. Okay, cool.
They're the pants.
I don't know if it's gonna want to go over. Maybe I'll go under with this one. I think we're gonna go under on that one, Jimmy. I think it fit better under. I think it might be faster to go under.
Really?
Yeah, really. How's the camera working? Today was a crazy day, y'all. We're doing the Cadence takeover today. New phone. I woke up this morning and my phone was just broke, like bricked. And so we had to go to Best Buy. We bought a new iPhone 14 Max. The camera is beautiful, and so this will be the first video on my new camera. We're doing our best for everybody. Trying to make the best things we can, and we appreciate everybody watching our content. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and tackle the chainring. All right, so this is a 5441, and I know that's kind of ridiculous, but on my Madone, I had a 50, probably 30 something, 50-35 or something. I really am not a front derailleur guy, and I never shifted the front derailleur, like ever. So I'm not just like randomly going with this huge chainring. I really needed it to be bigger. And if this is still stupid, I'm gonna go one bike. And I'm gonna try my hardest, y'all. Like I'm going out of my comfort level for everybody right now, just so I can learn how to be like a road bike dude.
You're sacrificing.
I'm sacrificing for everybody. Let's find the bolts for that. We're a little scattered right now because we're got the new store come in and new brands and just like a lot going on. So I found the 4 Newton meter SRAM wrench, and you want to make sure you use these. I don't know if it really would matter, but I think it does affect the like power meter, how it's bolted onto this. It says it is, it says it does, and it seems to care about it. So we're gonna make sure we do it right.
By the book.
By the book. And let's just
It's like this group set was made for this bike.
I think it was.
Or was the bike made for the group set?
It could be either. Yeah, it fits. Sweet. Fixed whatever that weird binding was. I don't know what it was, but I just think the spacer maybe wasn't set in there all the way. I think it'll probably break in just fine as I ride it. It's not like a super great spin test right now. Woo! I think this one goes here. That doesn't even stay in there. Okay. Maybe we'll just electrical tape it. Do you think that goes there, or am I just shoving this in for no reason? It's kind of stuck now. The Zip 454s with the SRAM raid. And then also 32 mil tires on this one right now. I've been really enjoying the bigger tire, and I don't see any really downside to it, especially for the way I usually ride a road bike, which is kind of questionable. Oh man, road biking. I'm getting ready to not only beat Jimmy, but enter my first Cat 5 road race with my new S-Works Tarmac. And I'm not even kidding. I'm a Cat 5, but I bought the best thing I could, so hopefully I can win the race. And I'm being dead serious right now, so you can make fun of me in the comments. Is this YouTube?
Yeah.
It's looking D's.
It looks decent.
D's. Do you think I should have got the 5/8?
You would have been too fast.
That would have been scary. It's looking pretty good. Jimmy said before we started filming this video that he can't remember the last time I was this excited about building a bike, so I would agree. We have 2 derailleurs to install. We have 0 installed. So let's get it, let's fix that right now. And normally I stop there. Normally I just stop at 1. So going to 2 is totally,
It's a big deal.
it's a big deal. What's the, okay, so this is the special situation here. A special SRAM derailleur that you use whenever you have a bigger chainring than is normal. So you put the red thing on here. It has more holes cut in it, so you can like raise it up even taller. This derailleur comes in the box with the chainrings. So whenever you buy, it's more expensive like to buy this system, but you end up getting like you get the derailleur with the chainrings. So this piece is to help keep it all in check, and then bolt it on with the supplied bolt that it comes with. Nice. I usually don't put the wedges in the back, but I might for this one just because it's like such a big derailleur. Let's see what wedge it takes. I know we just put this in, but we're gonna pull it back out. These wedges, they bolt onto the derailleur. Derailleur. You ever heard me talk normally before? I don't know if I like.
What is that for?
So it gives stiffness to the derailleur. So you bolt it into the back. And a lot of the, like I said, most of the time I just ignore this. But for this one, it's a little bit big. So I am gonna install it. Although it doesn't even touch the back of the Specialized bracket. So actually that's kind of useless, to be honest with you. Not really. Huh. Okay, that one for sure. It's not wanting to go in straight. All right, we're just gonna not do it then. Oh, dude, that whole thing's not even like 1 second. We should test that. That was a little, like, I don't know if the Specialized part is really on there. Oh, wow. Okay, so that was not on there at all. So I'm glad I did that, because that was kind of, it's like it was on there, but like this bolt definitely was not tight. Whoops. All right, cool. So now everything makes sense. The derailleur, I just pinned the derailleur down, so it's tight over here. We have the wedge in it to give it the right angle. And now this piece can make sense. So this piece is like that. And what that does is it just gives it a brace against the back, so it stiffens up the derailleur and gives you a better shift. The reason normally I would ignore this, but the reason I'm doing it is because of the huge chain rings. SRAM's already kind of notorious for making front derailleurs that people don't like. I've never really had that issue, but the word on the street is that SRAM's front derailleur is not that good.
Does Shimano come with wedges?
Shimano actually has a bolt that you tighten that does that for
Gotcha.
you. Yeah, so this isn't that weird, but for a custom build like this, it's something that we've never really touched on the channel. We still gotta figure out what to put over that little hole. I'm probably just gonna put tape over it. Coming together. Again, it's just a miracle, a straight miracle that these hoses are the exact length we needed, right? Like, nobody would have ever predicted that it would work out like this, but it did. Hey, Sean. For doing your tray
Bar setting?
bar setting maneuver. Hey, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Specialized for sending all of the parts with this bike. So I built like a bunch of Specialized bikes the other day, and like it comes with like all of the headset spacers, all of the different pieces. So like I didn't want to run the Tarmac stem. It came with the correct piece. I didn't have to order it. It comes with all of the pieces, like the 1x derailleur, the seat post clamps. It comes with both alloy and carbon rails. The bike is not missing a piece. That is very different from most distributors. You've seen us build some other bikes on this channel, and I want to give a shout out to Specialized for actually like literally sending all the parts to the bike, because most other brands don't, and you have to like dig through the small parts, and maybe even if it's a brand new bike, like they might not even have it in stock. So thank you, Specialized, for doing that. On that note though, I cannot find the plug for this hole. So we're just gonna put tape over it, which is what I normally do on all my bikes anyway, so. It's the right color matched, paint matched. Boom.
Dang.
Jeez. Probably need to bleed it. Oh dude, we haven't even picked out bar tape. Just making sure the handlebar is level. We'll have to decide what we want to do with these cables. We ready? This is with pedals, cages, 32. Oops. Make sure we're right. 32s on the tires, really big chain rings, and the heavy stem with the computer mount.
16.8. Yeah,
16 pads.
that's great.
That's freaking sick. So thanks for watching the video, y'all. And we're gonna do an explanation video of why we ended up picking up Specialized here too. I feel like I had something else to say. I don't know if I did. That's all right. Thanks for checking this out. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below, and hit us up if you want anything. We sell Specialized now too, so we can get you some sweet Specialized bikes. We'll see you in the next one.